Hey everybody, I'm Bobbie Camacho with Signature Real Estate Group. Today we're going to be talking about no credit, and I mean zero credit. So if you don't have any credit, we're going to go over that and see how you can purchase a house, and it's definitely doable. So the perfect person to talk about that is Shelly Panzarella from Prosperity Lending. Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Bobbie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good. Well, this is a great topic because there's people out there that don't have any credit at all, and they're sitting there thinking, I can't purchase a house. So can you help us with that?
Absolutely. So it's zero credit, right? No FICO scores that would be reported on their credit, which happens. A lot of people may not have established credit over maybe they're younger or it's part of their culture that they don't use credit cards. And that's okay. We do have an ability to purchase a home using an FHA or VA financing. What we do have to get though is what we call alternative credit. So typically it's going to be your rental verification. So we would verify over a course of 12 months how your payments have been with your landlord. We'll verify directly with your landlord. And then some other sources would be like your utility bills or your car insurance, or even your gym membership, believe it or not, because you pay that on a monthly basis, and even your cell phone. So just some different things. And we do need to have at least 3 sources of alternative credit for that, in addition to your rental history. But that ultimately provides us with the information that we need to support that you have a good credit history.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize that. And my other question to you is, do they have to have 2 years income tax still?
It still is the same as far as income is concerned and employment history. But you do not, in this particular case, you do not have to necessarily have to have a FICO score, but you still have to have credit history also, right? Because we want to make sure that we can show that you can afford, not just afford the home, but also maintain and manage the payment.
And with that credit history, that's when you're talking about those statements.
Yeah, the alternative, and we call it, like, if you go to a Nevada Power here in Las Vegas and you ask them for a letter of credit or credit letter, they'll give you basically a 12-month rating on how you've paid your utilities over the last year to date 12 months. And it'll even say, 30 days late or whatever the case may be. But if there were no late payments, that's a great credit source for you.
That's information that nobody really knows, that they can actually go to a utility company and get a letter from them.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. And one of the things, just to point out, is also how you can establish credit, right? Like for your son, we worked to get him to establish his credit. And some of that was, some people think automatically to just go and become an authorized user on somebody's credit, which is one way to do it. But something to think about as well is some lenders will look to see how much credit you have. So if the only thing you have on your credit is an authorized user card, technically that is you're benefiting off of whoever the primary cardholder is, but it does allow you the opportunity to immediately get credit because you're basically participating in that based on that authorized user. But you can go and get a secured credit card. That is one thing that I advise most of my clients, even if you may have credit that may have been damaged, and maybe it's in the lower 500s or 600s, that would be some way for you to basically affect your credit in a positive way. Get a secured line of credit, but make sure that you maintain that credit. Make sure that you pay the credit card bill every single month. And then within about 6 months, you'll see that will help you to reestablish or establish your credit.
That's great information, and the authorized user as well. So if you guys have somebody that's under 18 and they're thinking about purchasing, when they're 19, 20, 21, a condo or with their friends, if you do have somebody that's a minor, you can put them as an authorized user as well. They don't have to be 18. And so by the time they get to that age of purchasing, they will have established credit as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Even the other thing that is happening now is what they call these boosts for credit. So I know Experian does it, and I think Equifax does it. It utilizes the same things that we're talking about as far as the alternative credit. And it takes your utility information. It basically puts that onto your credit to help to provide or to establish credit for you. That's totally different from the standpoint of purchasing a home with no FICO score. But if you're looking to establish credit, those would be the 3 things that I would say to do. Look to boost your credit through one of the bureaus, get established or become an authorized user with somebody else. Obviously, close family member would probably be the best, right? Like you did. And the third thing would be to obtain a secured line of credit. It could be as little as $300. So I always say it's a forced savings in some case, right? You're going to put $300 down to open this secured line of credit. And then again, just make sure that you continue to make the payment at a minimum, make the minimum payment, but work to use it for like gas or groceries or whatever the case may be. So you know you have an expense that you will always be paying and paying down. So yeah, once you utilize that secured line of credit, in about 6 months, you should see either your credit reestablished or that you've actually established a credit score.
That's perfect. And so you guys, if you have zero credit, this information is great. So you guys can like, subscribe, and you guys can share. Now, if you have any questions, you can reach out to us. You can call us, text us, email us. However you guys like to reach out to us, we're here to help you in every step of the way. And with that said, make it a great day. Bye.
Bye.